is Benes Nkrumah Buedu, and I'm going to be your quiz mistress for today. So I would like to invite our contestants from the various schools. Now, the first team to come on stage is an all-male boarding academic institution in Cape Coast. It was established in Ghana near Elmina in 1930. Their mission is to provide excellent Catholic education that equips students for leadership in every aspect of life, delivered by committed tutors in superb learning environment. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our contestants from St. Augustine's College. Okay, so we are doing 3 students. Okay, so please can you introduce yourselves?
I am Tvucc from Tvucc Business 2 class.
Please, did you hear him?
My name is Tvucc, final year.
Deku Steven, final year.
Okay, thank you. And their coaches are Mr. Michael Kwesi Akume and Mr. Eugene Amwako Nsowa. Thank you. The second team to come up is a brainchild of then Faculty of Education of the University of Cape Coast. Their mission is to provide holistic quality secondary school education with a focus on excellence and competence through discipline and hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our contestants from UP-SHS. You are welcome. Please introduce yourself.
I go by the name Kingsley Iwachi Ifri, a final year student.
My name is Eric Edujemfi, final year student.
My name is Samuel Apia Samoa.
And their coach is Mr. Samuel Bentum Yose. You are welcome. Our next school, formerly known as Edinaman Day School, was established on January 1978 at Elmina Castle. Their mission is to provide what it takes to attain the highest academic standard, developing in each student the capacity for quick, reasoned responsibilities to challenges through science and technology with emphasis on ICT. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our contestants from Edinaman Senior High School. Okay, please introduce yourselves.
I'm by the name Geshit Ado, and I'm in my final year.
I go by the name Boche Humphrey Cecil, I'm in final year.
My name my name My name is Janado David. I'm final year student.
Mr. Augustine Kujo and Mr. Justice Kwe Ampao. Our next school established in 1910 near Christ Church School within the vicinity of Cape Coast Castle. Their motto is either the first or with the first. Their mission is to produce high-profile men who would be outstanding as they take up their rightful position in the field of work to add to the gains of their predecessors through the provision of a conducive environment and with the active involvement of all stakeholders to motivate both staff and students to achieve their best. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our contestants from Adisadel College. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Ampa Godfrey, a final year student.
I am Michael, final year.
I go by the name Michael Fifiboa for final year.
And their coaches are Mr. Asare Boafo Alexandra and Mr. Justice Amwa. Please let's clap for our contestants. St. Augustine's College, do you have anything to tell us before we start?
Omnia Vincent Labo. Perseverance conquers all.
So he just mentioned their motto. Okay, so St. Augustine's College, do you have anything for us? Audience, please.
So, all we have to say is Omnia Vincent Labor, perseverance conquers all.
Let's hear from UPSHS.
So we are here with a mission, and that's what they should expect from us.
Okay. Edinaman.
The battle is still the loss.
Adisadel College.
Okay, so although we say well promotes, well premise, but this time around, we are going to be the first.
So we have heard from our contestants. Now we want to start the contest. Before we start, I'm going to read out the rules. Now this contest is going to be organized in 5 rounds. Round 1 will be on theories from any of the 3 areas that were given to you. That is accounting, business management, and economics. Round 2 will involve calculations. Round 3 will be the business problem of the day, where all schools will be given the same problem for you to solve. Round 4 is into 2 segments. Round 4A will be true or false, and then round 4B will be history of School of Business. And then the last round, which is round 5, will be riddles. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Contestants, are we ready? Now, if you are ready, let's hear your bell. So let's start from St. Augustine's. Okay, UP. Edinaman. Edinaman. And Adisadel College. Okay. So round 1. In this round, I'm going to ask contestants understanding and basic principles and business concepts. You have opportunity to answer 6 questions each. If it is your major question, you have 10 seconds to answer. And if you get it right, it is 3 points. For a bonus, it is 10 seconds. But we have to ring for a bonus. And before you ring for a bonus, I have to announce that it is a bonus. Then you can ring for the bonus. If you get a bonus correct, you get 1 point. If you don't get it right, -1. Please, are we okay? All right. So we want to start. Round 1. We start with St. Augustine's College. So in accounting, we learned about business concepts. So I'm going to read some statements to you, and you're going to identify the concepts I'm talking about. Same goes for the other schools. I'm going to read some statements, and you are to identify the concepts. So we start with St. Augustine's. Your statement. Revenues and income are recognized as earned when goods are sold or services are rendered, and not when money is received. Revenues and income are recognized as earned when goods are sold or services are rendered, and not when money is received. What concept am I talking about?
Matching concept.
You have another chance.
Matching an accrual concept.
I'll take accrual concept. Correct for 3 points. UP, your statement. An accounting statement will not be influenced by personal bias of the person preparing it. An accounting statement will not be influenced by the personal bias of the person preparing it. What concept is this?
Objectivity concept.
Objectivity concept for 3 points. Edinaman Senior High, your statement. Unless there is evidence to the contrary, accounting assumes that a business will operate into the foreseeable future. Unless there is evidence to the contrary, accounting assumes that a business will operate into the foreseeable future. Going concern concept is correct. Adisadal College, your statement. Information in the financial statement must reflect only those facts which are capable of being expressed in monetary terms. Information in the financial statement must reflect only those which are capable of being expressed in monetary terms.
Money measurement concept.
Money measurement concept is correct. Okay, so St. Augustine's, we are back to you. This time round, I'm going to give you errors. I'm going to give you errors, and you have to identify the type of error committed. So I'm going to give you the transactions, and you are to identify the type of error committed. So St. Augustine's College. A purchase of 2,500 Ghana cedis worth of goods from K. Dromo, a personal supplier account, is credited to A. Dromo's account, another personal supplier's account. A purchase of 2,500 worth of goods from K. Dromo, a personal supplier's account, is credited to A. Dromo's account, another personal supplier's account. Which error is committed?
Error of commission.
Error of commission is correct. UPSHS. A purchase of motor van worth 25,000 is debited to the purchaser's account. A purchase of motor van, 25,000 Ghana cedis, is debited to the purchase account.
Law of principle. Error of principle.
Error of principle is correct. Edinaman Senior High. A credit balance of 740 Ghana cedis in the purchaser's ledger has been omitted from the trial balance. A credit balance of 740 Ghana cedis in the purchaser's ledger has been omitted from the trial balance.
Error of omission.
Come again.
Error of omission.
Error of omission is correct. Adisadal College. The purchaser's journal is overcasted by 4,500 and the sales journal is also overcasted by the same amount. The purchaser's journal is overcasted by 4,500 and the sales journal is also overcasted by the same amount.
Error of compensation.
Compensating error is correct. So for our next set of questions, you are going to define the terms as used in business. You are going to define the terms as used in business. So St. Augustine's College, your term is price discrimination. Your term is price discrimination.
This is where producers sell the same product to different buyers at different prices.
Please come again.
This is where producers sell the same product to different buyers or markets at different prices.
That's correct. UPSHS, your term is gross domestic product. Gross domestic product.
Gross domestic product refers to the monetary value of all goods produced in the country in consideration of foreigners.
Please come again.
Gross domestic product refers to the monetary value of all goods produced in a country by the factors of production in consideration of the foreign.
Okay, I'll give it to you for 3 points. Edinaman Senior High, your term is tariff. Your term is tariff.
Tariffs are imported. They are it's an I- they are
the tax imposed on imports.
That's correct. Taxes are imposed on imported goods. Adisadal College, your term is quota. Quota.
This is a form. Quota is a form of trade restriction that is placed on the quantity of goods imported into a country.
That's correct. So our next set of questions. The same preamble to all schools. A manager is someone who coordinates and oversees the work of other people in order to achieve organizational goals, etc. The roles of managers are grouped into 3 main categories. We have the interpersonal role, the informational role, and the decisional role. So I'm going to give you the specific category, and you're going to give me sub-dimension. I'm going to give you the specific role, and you're going to give me the sub-dimension. Please, did we get the question? Okay. So for St. Augustine's College, yours is interpersonal role. You mentioned just one.
Leader.
That's correct. UPSHS, yours is informational role.
Role as a disseminator of information.
Pardon?
Role as a disseminator of information.
Disseminator is correct. Edinaman, interpersonal role. Interpersonal role.
Decision making.
No. One more chance.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus to the other schools. Whose bell is that? Your bell.
Role
Okay,
as
UP.
an entrepreneurship role.
Unfortunately, that is wrong. Interpersonal role, when you're saying entrepreneurship. So -1 to UP. Which school ranked next? Saint Adisadel, yes.
Figurehead rule.
Figurehead rule is correct. Okay, so Adisadel, your major question. Decisional rule. Decisional rule. Decisional rule.
Planning.
No, unfortunately, that is wrong. Bonus to the other school. Please. I told you that I need to announce the bonus before you ring. Okay, so bonus. St. Augustine's.
Negotiator.
Again?
Negotiator.
A negotiator is correct. Next set of questions. So the same preamble for all schools. International business or trading is an economic system for exchanging goods and services between individuals and businesses in multiple countries. It can be private or governmental. There are a lot of documents used in international trading. So I'm going to give you the specific document and then you explain to us what it is used for. International business trading is the economic system for exchanging goods and services between individuals and businesses in multiple countries. It can be private or governmental. There are a lot of documents used in international trading. So I'm going to give you a specific document and then you explain to us what it is. St. Augustine's. Your document is Bill of Lading. Bill of Lading.
Bill of lading is a document used in international trade whereby the exporter is at a certificate to the goods, and that certificate is the document the importer will use to declare the goods from the port.
Come again.
It's a document added to goods exported by the exporter. It's a document added by the exporter to the goods so that the importer can use that document to clear the goods from the port.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. UPSHS. Your document is Certificate of Insurance. Certificate of Insurance. Okay, you've been bailed out. Bonus to the other schools. Bonus to the other schools. Certificate of Insurance. Okay, audience, do you want to try? Okay, who wants to try? Okay. So, certificate of insurance, it provides evidence that goods being shipped are insured against losses or damage during transit. Okay. Edinaman Senior High. Your document. Certificate of origin. Certificate of origin.
It's a document used in
Correct for 3 points. Adisadal College, your document is commercial invoice. Commercial invoice. Okay, their time is up. Bonus. Okay, unfortunately, no school picked the bonus. Commercial invoice is an invoice that has essential information such as the description of the product, their quantity, their unit price, and their total. So it's just like a normal receipt. Okay, the last set of questions for this round. We start with St. Augustine's, but it's the same. No, this one is not a common preamble. I'm going to read some statements to you, and you're going to tell me what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you the definition, and you tell me the concept. Okay, so St. Augustine's College. Goods that have prices and their production requires scarce resources which have alternative use. Goods that have prices and their production requires scarce resources which have alternative use.
Economic goods. Economic goods.
Economic goods, that's correct. UPSHS. The economic system in which the government owns the means of production and centrally decides what, how, and for whom to produce. The economic system in which the government owns the means of production and centrally decides what, how, and for whom to produce.
Socialist economic.
The socialist economic system. Edinaman Senior High. The economic term for goods whose demand decreases as consumers' income increases and increases when their income falls. The economic term for goods whose demand decreases as consumer income increases and increases when income falls.
superior goods.
Come again.
Superior goods.
Is that your final answer? Inferior goods is correct. Adisadal College. The economic system in which the means of production are privately owned by individuals and have freedom of choice and economic decisions and are guided by a price mechanism. The economic system in which the means of production are privately owned, individuals have freedom of choice, and economic decisions are guided by the price mechanism.
Capitalist economy.
The capitalist economic system. That is correct. So this brings us to the end of the first round.
I lost. GhanaSongs.org.
Obiniye manga walupa munkobi walutoma minyesiga bontobi ashade obiniye manga sama tuko.
Okay, so at the end of the first round, here are the scores. Adisadel College had 13 points. University Practice had 14 points. Edinaman Senior High had 15 points. And St. Augustine's College had 18 points. St. Augustine's wants to make a substitution. Do you want to make a substitution? Do you want to make a substitution? Do you want to make a substitution? Gentlemen, you are welcome. Hello. You're welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Atiga John Paul, business final year.
Okay. So we want to move straight to round 2. So for round 2, each team will have the opportunity to answer 6 major questions. If you get a major question correct, 3 points. If you get it wrong, there's no deduction. But if you rank for a bonus and you get it wrong, -1. Now we have 30 seconds to answer when it's a major question, and then 10 seconds when it's bonus. So we start from UP SHS. Now please listen to the preamble. Now the preamble. Each organization or institution prepares accounts from 1st January to 31st December each year. Each organization or institution prepares accounts from 1st January to 31st December each year. So UP, your question. The Department of Finance acquired a motor van on 1st January 2022 at a cost of 22,000. The estimated salvage value is 6,000 and the estimated useful life is 4 years. Determine the accumulated depreciation charge at the end of the second year using the straight line method. The Department of Finance acquired a motor van on 1st January 2022 at a cost of 22,000. The estimated salvage value is 6,000 and the estimated useful life is 4 years. Determine the accumulated depreciation charge at the end of the second year using the straight line method.
The amount is 4,000 Ghana. 4,000.
No.
16,000. 16,000.
Unfortunately, both answers are wrong. So bonus to the other schools. St. Augustine's.
8,000 Ghana.
8,000 Ghana cedis is correct. Edinaman Senior High, your question. The cost of an office equipment bought on 1st January 2021 is 20,000. The estimated salvage value is 500 Ghana cedis. The estimated useful life is 5 years. Determine the net book value at the end of the second year using the straight line method. The cost of an office equipment bought on 1st January 2021 is 20,000. The estimated salvage value is 500 Ghana cedis and the estimated useful life is 5 years. Determine the net book value at the end of the second year using the straight line method.
$750 Ghana cedis.
Is that your final answer? Okay, so time up. Unfortunately, it is wrong. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, St. Augustine's. Hold on. Yes, St. Augustine's College.
11,700 Ghana cedis.
Unfortunately, that is wrong. This
12,200.
12,200 is correct. Press it again. Press it. Press it. It's still not working. Adisado College, your major question. School of Business bought a land on 30th June 2023 at a cost of 1,250,000. It is the company's policy to depreciate assets using some of the year's digits method. What is the depreciation charge for the year? School of Business bought a land on 30th June 2023 at a cost of 1,250,000. It is the company's policy to depreciate assets using the sum of the year's digits method. What is the depreciation charge for the first year?
625,000.
No. Second chance. Okay, bonus to the other schools. Okay, so we'll come back to that question. St. Augustine's. Who started? You started. Okay. So St. Augustine's, your major question. On 1st July 2023, UCAPS bought a machine at a cost of 45,000 and is expected to last for 9 years, after which it will have a value of 9,000. Determine the value of the machine at the end of 2023. On 1st July 2023, UCAPS bought a machine at a cost of 45,000 and is expected to last for 9 years, after which it will have a value of 9,000. Determine the value of the machine at the end of
43,000 Ghana cedis.
43,000 Ghana cedis is correct. Now, Adisado, your major question. We were looking at land. Now, land is an asset that is not depreciated. So the answer is no depreciation. Okay, next set of questions. So this is a common preamble. So let's all take note. The following balances appeared in the books of School of Business at the end of 2023. The following balances appeared in the books of School of Business at the end of 2023. So at the debit side, we have, I'm just giving you an extract of balances. So at the debit side, balance written off during 2023. Balance written off 2023, 950 Ghana cedis. Provision for debt brought forward in 2023, 900. Trade receivables. Let me take the question again. The following balances appeared in the School of Business books at the end of 2023. I'm going to give you the balances. Start with the debit balances. So we have 950. Trade receivables 185. 100. It is decided that after a review of debtors balances at the end of the year, we have to write off a further 1,000 Ghana cedis as bad debt and create a provision of 1% of the value that remains at the end of the year. It is decided that after a review of debtors balances at the end of the year, to write off a further 1,000 Ghana cedis as bad debt and create a provision of 1% on the value that remains at the end of the question. Okay, so for the very last one, the following balances appear in the books of School of Business at the end of 2020. I'm going to give you the debit balances first, then the credit. So for the debit, we have bad debt written 950. Trade receivables, 125,000. On the credit side, we have provision for doubtful debt. After a review of debtors balance, we have decided to write off a further 1,000 Ghana cedis as bad debt and create a provision of 1% on the value that remains at the end of the period as 1,000. UP, your question. What amount should be recognized in the statement of profit or loss account as an expense in respect of bad debt? What amount should be recognized in the statement of profit or loss as an expense in respect of bad debt?
$1,000. The amount is 1,000.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is wrong. Bonus. Yes, Adisadel College.
1,950.
1,150 is correct. Edinaman Senior High. Your question. Edinaman Senior High, your question. What is the amount of provision for doubtful debt to be recorded in the statement of financial position for the year? What is the amount of provision for doubtful debt to be recorded in the statement of financial position for the year? No, second chance. Unfortunately, that is wrong too. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, Adisadel College.
1,221 Ghana cedis 50 pesos.
Come again.
1,221.5.
Unfortunately, that is wrong. Did any school rank? Okay, so we'll come back to that. Now, at the Sadal College, your major question. What is the amount of provision for doubtful debt to be recorded in the statement of profit or loss for the year? What is the amount of provision for doubtful debt to be recorded in the statement of profit or loss for the year?
350.
Is that your final answer? Unfortunately, that is wrong. Bonus. Yes, St. Augustine's.
330 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos.
Unfortunately, that is wrong also. St. Augustine's, your major question. What is the total expense to be recorded in the statement of profit or loss for the year? What is the total expense to be recorded in the statement of profit or loss for the year? Okay, bonus. No one wants to take the bonus. Okay. So, Edinaman, your question was to find the provision for doubtful debt to be recorded in the statement of financial position. Now remember, the question told you to create a provision of 1%. After we create a further 1% bad debt on our trade receiver, so we have to deduct the 1,000 from our and then charge 1%. Now remember that we gave you an which is 900. Now when you calculate the 1% of the remainder, you're going to get 1,240. It's an increase in what? Provision. So you're going to the 1,000. That was Adisado's. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is to be recorded in the statement at the end of the year. That's the total of the provision we created for that year. And then when we create the 1% of the remainder, we are going to get a figure of 340. Add these two figures together, we're going to get 1,000. For Adisado, when we create the 1%, 40. And the total expense will be the bad debt plus the provision, which will be the 2,290 Ghana cedis. So our next set of questions, we are starting from UP-SHS. From the following data, calculate the gross domestic product. From the following data, calculate the gross domestic product. Consumption, 5,000. Investment, 2,500. Government spending, 1,500. Export, 1,000. Import, 800. Consumption, 5,000. Investment, 2,500. Government spending, 1,500. Export, 1,000. Import, 800.
7,300.
Come again.
7,300.
Is that your final answer?
9,200.
9,200 is correct.
Submit 400. What? Okay, me 100. Me 100. You. Okay.
Edinaman, your major question. Calculate the net national product at factor cost. Calculate the net national product at factor cost. So we have the gross national product at market price, 10,000. Depreciation, 500. Indirect taxes, 800. Subsidies, 300. Gross national product at market price, 10,000. Depreciation, 500. Indirect taxes, 800. Subsidies, 300. Okay, your time is up. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, St. Augustine's.
9,000.
9,000 is correct. Adisado College, your major question. If the marginal propensity to consume, MPS, is 0.2 and government spending increases by 500 Ghana cedis, calculate the multiplier and determine the change in national income. If the marginal propensity to consume, MPS, is 0.2 and government spending increases by 500 Ghana cedis, calculate the multiplier and determine the change in national income.
Madam, please, the multiplier is 1.25. And the increase is 650, 150.
Unfortunately, that is wrong. And your time is up, so no second chance. Bonus to the other schools. Bonus to the other schools. Okay. St. Augustine's, your major question. If the marginal propensity to consume is 0.6 and investment increases by 400, calculate the multiplier and determine the change in national income. If the marginal propensity to consume, MPC, is 0.6 and investment increases by 400, calculate the multiplier and determine the change in national income.
The multiplier is 2.5 and the change is 600.
Final answer.
The multiplier is 2.5 and the change is 200.
So I'm going to give you 2 out of 3. You had the multiplier correct, but the change is 1,000 Ghana cedis. So the multiplier is 2.5, and then the change is 1,000 Ghana cedis. And for Adisco, the multiplier was 5, and then the change is 2,500. So next set of questions. UP, your question. A firm's average variable cost and average fixed cost are 30 Ghana cedis and 10 Ghana cedis respectively at output level of 200. A firm's average variable cost and average fixed cost are 30 Ghana cedis and 10 Ghana cedis respectively at output level 200. Calculate the total cost. Calculate the total cost.
The amount is 8,000.
8,000 is correct. Edinaman, your major question. If the average total cost is 50 Ghana cedis and the average variable cost is 35 Ghana cedis at an output of 80 units, calculate the total fixed cost. If the average total cost is 50 Ghana cedis and the average variable cost is 35 Ghana cedis at an output of 80 units, calculate the total fixed cost. Okay, your time is up, but 16,400 is wrong. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, St. Augustine's.
1,200.
1,200 is correct. Adisado College, your major question. A firm produces 100 units of output at the following cost. A firm produces 100 units of output at the following cost. Total cost is 1,200 Ghana cedis. Average variable cost is 40 Ghana cedis. Calculate the average total cost. A firm produces 100 units of product at the following cost. The total fixed cost is 1,200. The average variable cost is 40 Ghana cedis. Calculate the average total cost.
Average total fixed cost 52.
52 is correct. St. Augustine's, your question. A firm produces 150 units of output. The total fixed cost is 1,500 Ghana cedis, and the average total cost is 50 Ghana cedis. Calculate the average variable cost. A firm produces 150 units of output. The total fixed cost is 1,500 Ghana cedis, and the average total cost is 50 Ghana cedis. Calculate the average variable cost.
49.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, 40. divide this by this, it will be 10. Then minus 50. Yeah.
Okay, you've been bailed out. Bonus to the other schools. Yes. Adisado College.
It's 40.
40 is correct. Next set of questions. Next set of questions. We start from UPSHS. Find the equilibrium price and quantity if the quantity demanded is equal to 120 minus 4p and quantity supplied is equal to 20 plus 2p. Find the equilibrium price and quantity if the quantity demanded is equal to 120 minus 4p and quantity supplied is equal to 20 plus 2p. You've been bailed out. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, Adisado College.
The equilibrium price is 16.67 and the equilibrium quantity is 43.24.
Edinaman, given that the demand function is equal to 100 minus 5p and the supply function 20 plus 3p, find the equilibrium price and quantity. Given that the demand function is 100 minus 5p and the supply function 20 plus 3p, find the equilibrium price and quantity.
Yeah, quantity is 50.
Please speak into the mic. That's correct. Adisado College. The market for apples is represented by the following demand and supply function. So the demand function, we have 30 minus p, 30 minus p, and the supply function, we have 15 plus 2p. Determine the equilibrium price and quantity of apples in the market. The market for apples is represented by the following demand and supply function. The demand function 30 minus p, supply function 15 plus 2p. Determine the equilibrium price and quantity of apples in
the market. 5 and the quantity is 15. 25, sorry.
Your answer again.
The price is 5.
That's correct. St. Augustine's. St. Augustine's. The original demand function is 80 minus 4p. The original supply function is 10 plus 2p. If the demand shifts to 90 minus 4p, if the demand function shifts to 90 minus 4p, compute the new equilibrium price and quantity. The original demand function is 80 minus 4p. The original supply function is 10 plus 2p. If the demand function shifts to 90 minus 4p, calculate the new equilibrium price and quantity. You've been bailed out. Bonus to the other schools. Adisadel College.
The equilibrium price is 30.33 and the equilibrium quantity is 36.66.
That is correct. So for the bonus question, you had the price right, 16.67, but then the quantity is 53, not 43. Because it's bonus, I cannot give it to you. Okay. Next set of question, UP. So the same preamble. Let's all listen to the preamble. The following information relates to School of Business Enterprise. The enterprise transfer goods to the warehouse at either a margin or a cost plus. You are required to compute the unrealized profit and determine whether it is an income or expense. The following information relates to School of Business Enterprise. The enterprise transfer goods to the warehouse at either a margin or cost plus. You are required to compute the unrealized profit and determine whether it is an income or expense. UP. The opening inventory at market value is 49,500. The closing inventory at market value is 60,500 and the margin is 10%. Opening inventory at market value 49,500. Closing inventory at market value 60,500. Margin 10%. Okay, bonus to the other schools. Okay, so we'll come back to that question. Edinaman Senior High. Opening inventory at market value 54,000. Closing inventory at market value 68,000. Cost plus 25%. Opening inventory at market value 54,000. Closing inventory at market value 68,000. Cost plus 25%. Bonus to the other schools. Okay, Adisado College, your question. Opening inventory at market value 22,000. Closing inventory at market value 36,000. Margin 25%. Opening inventory at market value 22,000. Closing inventory at market value 36,000. Margin 25%. Okay, you've been bailed out. Bonus to the other schools. Okay, St. Augustine's, your question. Opening inventory at cost 255,000. Opening inventory at cost 255,000. Closing inventory at cost 252,500. Cost plus 25%. Opening inventory at cost 255,000. Closing inventory at cost 210,500. Cost plus 25%. No, that's wrong. Okay. Because of time, I cannot explain the answers. This brings us to the end of the second round. So because of time, we are just going straight into round 3. If any school wants to make substitution, you can do so. So Adisco wants to make a substitution, you can do so. Okay, so whilst we are waiting for the scores, we'll start with round 3. Now, round 3, we are going to present all schools with the same question, and they have 5 minutes to produce an answer. So each school should come for a question. The following are balances of accounts appearing in the books of School of Business on 31st December 2024. So we have bank overdraft 5,500, cash 8,000, capital 50,000, utilities 2,000, stationery 2,000, rent 16,000, salaries 2,500, sales 14,000, equipment 24,000, creditors 9,000, debtors 2,000, drawings 2,000, plant and machinery 20,000. Now you are required to prepare a trial balance as at that date. You are required to prepare a trial balance as at that date. We have 5 minutes. You can start work. So they have 5 minutes to do the work, so you can engage the crowd.
Yes, so while we wait for our contestants to get it done, we would want to engage you a bit. But then we would like to also introduce to you the dean of the school, the dean-elect of the School of Business, the acting dean, in the person of Professor Tvucc AJ. Prof, a word or two for them will do. Thank you.
We wish all of you the best of luck. Thank you.
Prof, is it because your school is not here? Anyway, so how is it going for you? I can see the fans are within this enclave and in that corner. So let me engage the fans. Who is the number one fan here? Who is the number one fan? Who is the number one fan? Who is the number one fan? Okay, now I want to hear from you. It's live. It's live. Everybody is watching. So you see, when someone is there and you are screaming and shouting and we bring the microphone to you, you realize that you may not have enough guys to talk. You like to talk? Anyway, he's not man enough. What are your impressions so far?
Okay, so far it's been an even contest. I believe we are still on early days yet, but we can see that the schools, the contestants are really upping up their game. So I think there are 3 more rounds to go. So we are just hoping that the best school wins the maiden edition of this quiz competition. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your input there. I need to be gender sensitive. So I'll ask one of our ladies. Don't run if I come to you, please. Doc, what are your impressions so far? I saw you trying to calm them down when the tension was a bit up. What are your impressions so far?
They are making us proud, and they must continue. It's full of fun, so much fun, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. And I guess every one of them is also enjoying what is going on. Who wants to take the trophy? The disco boys actually being on my left-hand side, they are threatening me. So everything is on point. So let's carry on.
Very grateful, Doc. And we just want to remind you that this is under the auspices of the School of Business and is part of our 50th anniversary celebration. We also would like to let you know that because we are the School of Business, because we belong to the university that is the #1 university in Ghana, in Africa, and we are among the top in the world. Look no further. Just go to our website, make no mistake, and let UCC be the university of choice. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends upstage are doing what they can do, and so maybe You can pray if you want to pray, and you can do anything to give them the moral support. But they need some quiet minds up here to let things roll. Thank you so much. DJ, you can give us something to, while away the time. Thank you. To calm the nerves. Oh, let me get close to Doc. Doc, you are from Gehe. Gehe is not here. But there are other schools here. What are your impressions so far? Oh, Doc.
Well, I think all the schools are doing great. We are really impressed. Although I've shown that I align with a certain school, I still support all the schools. All right? So we hope to see the best. Put in the effort and make the best school win.
Thank you very much. Let's give it up for her. He doesn't want to talk, but let him. He's supposed to do this work. Akraka.
secretariatship? Bachelor of Management Studies, that is correct. Edinaman, your major question. What is the mission of School of Business? What is the mission of School of Business? What is the mission of School of Business?
Providing quality teaching, research, and outreach in business and allied.
That is correct for 3 points. 2 points. Our next set of questions. Adisadel College. So this is a common preamble, but we'll start with Adisadel College. We are to mention one core value each. One core value each of School of Business. One core value each of School of Business. So we start with Adisadel College.
Hard work. Discipline.
Hold on. Now, I'm giving you one more chance. Say the last thing you said. Say the last thing you said. I didn't hear you. So say the last thing you said. Unfortunately, discipline is not passed. Your major question. Mention, no bonus. No bonus. Discipline. The first one was hard work, and the second one was discipline. There's no bonus. St. Augustine's.
Good governance. Good governance.
Good governance is correct. UPSHS.
Teamwork.
Teamwork is correct. Edinaman.
Honesty.
Honesty is correct. So the other two, we have reliability and integrity. Reliability and integrity. Next set of questions. Adisadel College. Who was the Dean of School of Business during the 2019-2020 academic year? Who was the Dean of School of Business during the 2019-2020 academic year? Bonus. Yes, St. Augustine's.
Professor John Gati.
Please, let's keep quiet. Because of the noise, I don't hear their response. So please, let's keep quiet. Now, don't change what you said. Repeat what you said.
Professor John Gati.
That's correct. Okay, your major question. Your major question. Who was the first dean of the Autonomous School of Business? Who was the first dean of the Autonomous School of Business?
Professor Edward Mafoyado.
Professor Edward Mafoyado is correct. UP, your major question. UP, your major question. Which school of business lecturer became the pro-vice chancellor of the University of Cape Coast? Which school of business lecturer became the pro-vice chancellor of the University of Cape Coast?
Professor Mrs. Rosemont Bohine.
Professor Mrs. Rosemont Bohine is correct. Edinama, your major question. Who succeeded Professor Mrs. Elizabeth Anandpra as Vice Dean of School of Business after she fulfilled her role from 2019 to 2021? Who succeeded Professor Mrs. Elizabeth Anandpra as Vice Dean of School of Business after she fulfilled her role from 2019 to 2021? Okay, bonus to other schools. UP. Professor Samuel Kwekweje is correct. Last set of questions for this round. Last set of questions from this round. Now, in the document we gave you, we had some abbreviated words in the document. So I'm going to give you the abbreviation and then you give me the full name. Is that okay? So from Adisado College, yours is CESED, 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 CESED. Give me the full name for CESED. Bonus to the other schools. Yes, St. Augustine's.
Center for Entrepreneurship and Small Enterprise Development.
That is correct. Now, St. Augustine's, your major question. UCCBI. UCCBI.
University of Cape Coast Business Incubator.
That is correct. University practice. Yours is UCCC. UCCC.
University College of Cape Coast.
That is correct. University College of Cape Coast. Edinaman Senior High. Yours is CODE. 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 Bonus. Adisado College.
College of Distance Education.
College of Distance Education is correct. Audience, the noise. We know we are excited, but let's calm down. This brings us to the end of round 4B. So whilst we wait for the scores, contestants, do you have anything to tell us? Let's start from Adisado College. How do you assess your performance so far?
Okay, so although we've not given out our best, but still we're expecting that God will help us.
You're expecting that God will help them. UP, UP, how do you assess your performance so far?
Although we have not met our expectations, we know we will come back.
They know they will come back. Edinaman Senior High, how do you assess your performance so far?
The starting was a good one, but I'm sure we'll come back.
They are sure they will come back. Now let's hear from St. Augustine's. How do you assess your performance?
There have been a few up and downs, but with the grace of God, we've been able to sail through. There have been a few up and downs, but with the grace of God, we've been able to sail through.
There are a few up and down, but with the grace of God, they hope to win. Okay. Now, whilst we are waiting for the scores, audience, which school is winning? Okay, so let's listen to the scores. For round 4A, UP-SHS had 4 points. Edinaman Senior High had 4 points. Adisado College had 7 points. And St. Augustine's had 7 points. Round 4B. Is this 4? 4, 6, 7. Okay. Edinaman Senior High had 6 points. Adisado College had 7 points. St. Augustine's had 14 points, and University Practice had 16 points. Now, at the end of round 4, the total: Edinaman had 10 points, Adisado had 14 points, UP had 20 points, and St. Augustine's had 21 points. Now, at the end of round 4, the total scores. At the end of round 4, the total scores. Edinaman has a total of 34 points. Adisado College has a total of 45 points. UP has a total of 50 points. And St. Augustine's has a total of 55 points. Round 4, round 5. Now we are going to the final round. we are going to the final round. Thank you very much, St. Augustine's College. Now we are going to the final round. Now, the final round is the riddle segment. In this round, there are going to be 3 riddles. Each riddle is open to all contestants. I'm going to read out a series of clues, and the first school to ring the bell will be allowed to answer. Now, if you ring a bell, you have 10 seconds to give an answer. If you give a wrong answer, you can no longer participate in the riddles. And I'm going to give more clues to the benefit of the other contestants. Now, there's a weighting system on scoring. If you answer on the first clue, 5 points. If you answer on the second clue, 4 points. And if you answer on third, fourth, fifth clue, it is 3 points. Now let's hear the bell from St. Augustine's College. Please, let's be quiet so that we can hear the bell. Okay. St. Augustine's, your bell. UP, your bell. Edinaman, your bell. Adisado College, your bell. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. At the same time you are ringing the bell, you should raise your hands, so that if you press the bell and the sound is not coming, at least your hand is up. So as you are pressing the bell, your hand is up. Please, do we get it? As you are pressing the bell, your hand is up. Are we ready? Are we ready? Now, audience, we plead with you. The bells are not loud enough. So let's kindly keep quiet so that when they ring the bell, we can hear. Riddle number 1. Riddle number 1. I am an intergovernmental organization established in 2002. Clue 2. I replaced the Organization of African Unity, which had been founded in 1963. Clue 3. My historical foundations is originated in the First Congress of Independent African States, held in Accra, Ghana, from 15th to 22nd April 1958. Adisado College.
African Union.
African Union is correct. They answered on the third clue, 3 points. They answered on the third clue, 3 points. Now don't forget, as you are pressing the bell, you are raising your hands. As you are pressing the bell, you are raising your hand. Riddle number 2. Riddle number 2. I am a business model that is often well known. I let you use my name, though it is not yours.
Franchising.
Franchising is correct. They answered on the second clue, 4 points. 4 points. One more riddle. One more riddle. One more riddle. Are we ready? Please, let's keep quiet. I operate in the shadows away from government eyes. People come to me when legal channels fail or cost too much.
The black market.
The black market is correct. They answered on the second clue 4 points. 4 points. They answered on the second clue 4 points. Okay. At the end of round 5. So let's listen to round 5 scores. Round 5 scores. Round 5 scores. St. Augustine's had 0 points. Edinaman Senior High had 0 points. Adisado College had 3 points. And University Practice had 8 points. 8 points. Now, at the end of the contest, 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 Edinaman Senior High had 34 points. Adisado College had 48 points. St. Augustine's had 55 points. University Practice had 58 points. Hello. Hello. So by the powers in by the powers vested in me as the quiz mistress, I announce the winner for the 2025 maiden edition for the Inter-Shs school competition, the University Practice Senior High School.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it's not about how you start, but it's about how you end. This is a maiden edition, and we hope there'll be many more business contests coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to present certificates to our students, and I want to call the third runner-up Edinamine Secondary. So can I have Gertrude Adu? Gertrude Adu. May I invite Dr. Anastasia Kosa to do the presentation for me? Gertrude Adu. Can we have all the students from Edinamine here? We also have Humphrey Cecil Botry.
Is it okay? Or I'm doing all of them?
We have David Daopo. David Daopo. Then we have Richmond Ankara. Richmond Ankara. Oh. Can we invite Adisada College, and may I invite Professor Mavis Benemenson to do the honors? Professor Mensah was a student of Holy Child. So maybe in the next competition we'll see them around. Ladies and gentlemen, we have from Adisada College we have Ampa Godfrey. Ampa Godfrey. We have Michael Ashre. Michael Ayer. We have Michael Fifi Boafu. We have Ibrahim Isifu. Ibrahim Isifu. Can we have the students from Adisada College? May I invite Professor Innocent Aqua, Vice Dean of School of Business. Sorry, may I invite St. Augustine's College. St. Augustine's College. We have Smith Gilbert Nana. Atiga John Paul. Stephen Deku. Stephen Deku. And the last one, Obed Otu. Obed Otu. Thank you very much, Professor. May we also invite the Dean of School of Business, Professor Kwekweje, as he gives the certificate to the winning team, UPSHS. We start with Kingsley Efriye. Kingsley Efriye. Pristine Andrews. Eric Edujemfi. Samuel Apia Asamoah. So can we have one rep from faculty from Edinamai? Edinamai SHS. One rep from faculty. The coach, yes. So each school takes home a cash prize and a plaque. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. The students can join. Then we have a rep, the coach from Adisada College. The coach from Adisada College. The students can join the coach. Let's clap for them. Let's clap for them. Then we have the coach from St. Augustine's College. The students can join. Then again, the ultimate. Can we have the coach from University Practice? And let's have the students. Congratulations, UPSHS. On this note, I will invite the Vice Dean to say a few words to close the day. Vice Dean.
Congratulations. Congratulations. I thought that Adisadel College was going to join in the singing of the anthem. Oh, that one, you are not familiar with that. Right, this is more or less like a host and win. So congratulations, UPHHS. And then, better luck, St. Augustine's College. Don't be disappointed. At this school, the same thing, and then at Dinamai, also the same thing. In fact, you have made our maiden edition an exceptional one. The euphoria, the tension, the energy that you have put in it is more or less like a national competition. So clap for yourselves. You've done well. And you have actually strengthened our dream of making this competition a national one. The maiden one signals that eventually when we roll out the national competition, it is going to be exceptional. So on behalf of the board of School of Business, University of Cape Coast, management, and then the entire staff, we want to thank all the schools that participated in this activity. We are going to sit down, re-strategize, and then reorganize this activity. We hope that next time when you are invited, you will participate. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for thanking us. We also thank you for gracing it. And we are not surprised. It was more like a host and win, right? And secondly, we are not too surprised because their head coach is our product. Sammy. And then also the same. All the coaches are products. Absu. We thank you. You gave us a good show. You gave us a good show. I didn't reveal one thing. I'm a Santa Clausian. But I know my zebra boys. Even if we don't win, we will be among the winners. And if they have won, we have won. Hey! Thank you very much. Let's say a very big thank you to our quiz mistress. Let's give it up for her. God bless you so much. Contestants, thank you so much. And this has been a School of Business production, poweredly supported by our own UCC Broadcasting Services. Let's give it up for all those who transmitted live. They've done so well. Our technical people, God bless you for streaming this live for us. Everybody who has contributed. The JAMA groups, you've been awesome and very disciplined. What can we say? God bless us all. From us, we say goodbye and take care as you go back.